Hey everybody, it is so good to see you. I recently learned a fun game. I like this game. It has to do with names. So you say your name and then you think of something that you like to do and you make up an action to go with it. So I'm going to say, my name is Stacy and I like to read. And here's my book. I like to read. Barry, what about you?
So your name is Stacy. You like to read. My name is Barry, and I like to play the guitar.
So your name is Barry and you like to play the guitar. My name is Stacy and I like to hike. Here's me hiking up the mountain.
So your name is Stacy. You like to hike. My name is Barry. I like to garden.
You do like to garden. So I love this because it's a fun way to get to know other people's names and you get to know a little bit about them. And you know what? Everybody has a name. I have a name, Barry has a name, and I know you have a name. And your name might be special. You could ask your family, like, hey, why did you pick out that name? Maybe it was after a special place or a special person, or maybe they just like that name, but everybody has a name. And you can also change your name. You can try on different names, which is really interesting. So Barry, if I change my name, does that change who I am?
No, I mean, somebody just gave you a name, and as we go through life, we keep discovering who we are. And that's why some people change their names to be more in alignment with the way that they feel about themselves. There are people that change their names, but the name that you were given, there's a part of you beyond your name, right? There's a part of you that's bigger, that's part of a bigger picture that we don't even understand, and yet we know it's bigger. And we can call it God, we can call it spirit, but we're a part of it. And our name is just kind of a way that we go through the world and the way that we're identified in our family. But the essence of who we are is much, much bigger than our name.
I think that's one of the coolest parts about God or spirit. So I can have my name and I can try on different names, but there's still a part of me that will always be the same no matter what name I give it. And I think that's really true with God and spirit. There are a lot of names for God. You might use different words depending on where you live in the world or what religion you practice, but no matter what name you give it, it's still that spiritual power that is true for everybody. So some of the names that you might hear, if you're talking about God or spirit, you might hear names like Zeus or Athena or Thor. You might hear Jesus or Yahweh or maybe Ganesh or Brahma or Mother Earth or the great I am. We could talk all day about all the different names that there are, but no matter what name you give it, at the end, it's still that same spiritual power and spiritual truth that is true for everybody, for Barry, for me, and for you. So what about my name, Barry? Is my name God's name?
Yeah, because you get to be the place where God gets to show up uniquely as Stacy, so your name is a part of God's name too, because if God's going to show up in the world, God shows up through us. And so the way that you operate in the world and the things that you do to help other people and to be a good person, that's how God gets to show up in the world. And the way I put it is God needs hands and feet. We're the hands and feet of God, and we get to do God's work and help each other. And so, yeah, we're definitely a part of that name, and that name is part of us.
So because God is a part of us, spirit is a part of us, all the qualities of spirit are part of us. And there's a really fun way that you can remind yourself about that using your name. So you could do this, or maybe you could get one of the grown-up people in your life to help you. And to start, you just use the letters of your name and you put them right down the edge of the paper, just like that. So this is my name, Stacy. And then you think of all the cool God qualities that go with those letters. So here's what I came up with for me, right? My name is Stacy, and I am strong. I am truthful. I am able. That means that I can do stuff. I am caring. And if you can't think of a word to go with a letter, you can work that in. So I put down here, I don't yell when I see a spider, which is kind of like being brave, actually. So that was my why. And then I made one for my friend Barry here as well. So Barry is brave, appreciative. That means that he's thankful for the stuff that he has. He is real. He is respectful. And he is youthful because he is a kid at heart. So you could do this. Write out your name, find some cool God qualities. If you're having trouble of thinking of some, you could ask the people that care about you in your life. You can also go online and search for positive adjectives, and sometimes you'll see or know that's the right one for me. But at the end of the day, those spirit qualities are true for you because God is inside of you. And we have an affirmation for today. And our affirmation is, my name is God's name.
Wow. I like it. I like it. Yeah. I like the idea of being proud of our name and of being a place where God gets to show up in the world as us. I think that's just such a good idea because we got lots of work to do.
I agree. All right, everybody. We love you. We care about you. We like to know your name. And we will see you next time. So long.
Good work.